Hey everybody. Hello. Hello. Oh, hang on. Let me put the battery in. How's everybody doing? Hello Voodoo. Hello Purples. Got everybody here. Rah! Everybody rocking on. How is everybody? Are we all well? Is everybody well? Hello, hello. I'm currently sitting on my foot, so I'll
Rude
probably
alert!
have...
Rude alert! Abandoned shop! This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
I will probably have pins and needles in my foot in about half an hour. How is everybody doing? Oh, Shirato, what a ledge!
Morning, Chris. I would complain about your ultramarine obsession, but I think I will use this opportunity to inform you that not only will I have a complete Dark Eldar fleet in a little over a week, but we'll be doing a 2v2 of myself and Tau versus Zyunch Chaos and Eldar Corsairs at that time.
Ooh! Oh, that sounds cool.
Is that really a Christopher I see on my monitor? Am I hallucinating?
How are you doing? Hello, hello, Purples. Thank you very much. How are you? How are you? Hello, everybody. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna get some painting done. Is everybody well today? Is everybody having a good day? Let's just adjust that slightly. There we go. Is everybody well? Oh, we have an Aspen as well. We've got an Aspen as well. Aspen as well. Aspen, my favourite ocean in the land. How are you? How are you, Aspen? Hello, Aspen. Took the peanut butter and chocolate Huel for lunch. Had no energy, so drank one Huel energy right after. Bad idea. Oh no! Oh no! What happened? Aspen, how are you? Voodoo, yes. Hello, Voodoo. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, there's a link in chat. You can just see it down here. Make sure you drop a link in on Aspen. Yeah, important, very important to do so. Okay, we've got some of this lady to do. I think, in fact, I might just lift the camera a little bit. It gives me a tiny bit more space. And also, there we go. Just lift the boom up a fraction, and then I will rotate that round again. There we go. Boom. And now just refocus. So you don't all shout at me that he's not in focused. Are you super full now? Huel makes me feel bad if you had something else to drink right after imbibing. I think it's probably a good thing in the long run, also known as telling you to stop that. Yeah, right. Yes, how is everybody doing? I have had as well, check this out, I have had the gallery painting handle arrive today as well. So for those of you who like larger kind of pistol grip model holders and painting handles, this is right up there with the best ones. This is awesome. And if you just unscrew that, it comes with a little adapter to put your heads on, so you can paint your heads as well. It's pretty cool. So many gems. Super duper full. That adapter is so cool. It's good, isn't it? It's good, isn't it? So !gallery in chat if you want to check these out. There is a discount code on the on that command as well, so you get a little bit of a discount on the painting handle. But yeah, it's not my kind of... Oh, what's that one? Is that one as well, or is that... Oh no, that's that. It's not my kind of shape, but I know 100% that people like the pistol grips, so it's very good, and that's quite cool as well. So if you do like your pistol grips and you do like having the model up on there, you can kind of twist it around. The support there as well for when you're painting up here, So if you're painting something at the top of the model, so if I put this model on here, if I'm painting the head, I can lean on that to paint up at the top of the model, which is quite cool.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
So yeah, it's pretty good. How are you doing, One Stop? How are you doing? So I received it. I received it today. Yeah. The clicky click. Yeah, it is very kind of clicky. It is pretty cool as a. It's a very, very satisfying click as well. If you take it off, it's just a little ball bearing that pushes in and clicks in on that, and then that sits on the top like that as well. There's also a magnet in it, so I don't know whether that's actually magnetic. But I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, so gallery painting handle, !gallery.
That was
That's how you spell
wonderful.
gallery.
Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was
Get
terrible.
him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!
Still absolutely brilliant. So yeah, !gallery. That's how you spell gallery. !gallery in chat, and it will give you a link and a discount code, so that you can go and grab one of these if you do want to try one. It's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. If you like pistol grips, probably the best one on the market, to be honest. It's got some nice weight to it as well. It's all aluminium. It's all aluminium, and it's got a really nice machining and manufacturing on it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'll do a hang on, let me do it. There we go. ADD, not OCD. Music, please. Yes, indeed. Let's get some music on. Let's get some music on. Thank you, Aspen. Thank you, Aspen. There we go. Get some music on as well. Perfect. Yeah, it's rather nice. Gallery painting handle. I like the kind of the half infinity logo for the gallery things. Anyway, right, let's do some painting. How are you doing, Mr. One Stop? I've refilled my. There we go. I've refilled my water bottle, so we can top up. The wet palette now. So refilled that. I'm just going to lift the microphone up for a second.
Oh, I see you're playing favorites, Christopher. When I ask for music you tell me to fuck off, but when it's Aspen you do it immediately. Jerk.
All right, Olivia. All right. Stop pointing out my my bias, please. Speaking of, I don't have any kitchen roll. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hydrate. Oh. Aspen, I shall do, Aspen. Thank you very much. Exclamation mark Huel if you want to try some Huel, everybody. Thank you for the hydrate. 1 second, be right back. Okay, I am back. I just needed some kitchen roll. For those of you, top tip for kitchen roll: get the shit stuff. get the shit stuff that's not very absorbent. Yeah, top tip. Most of the time, you don't want the moisture being removed from your paintbrush. So if you get the shitty kitchen roll that's not very absorbent, like this isn't very absorbent. It doesn't really absorb much, so the brush is then still quite, and I know everybody hates the word, still quite moist, still quite good. Purple is going to show up at Chris's with a custodian peer to ask him a question. Speaking of handles, how does the pill bottle method work for people? Pill bottles are a little bit small for me. They're fine. They're fine. They're a means to the end. Moist is a good word. I like the word moist. The entire internet seems to hate the word moist. So I will virtual high five you, Aspen. Makes people uncomfortable. It does, doesn't it? It's like moist. I don't know why. It's a weird one there. And it's funny. It's funny. There we go. Let's get this up over here like that. Is that going to stay there? Don't know it is now. Aspen is a chaos goblin. Hey, don't call Aspen a goblin. She's not a goblin. It's okay. Most of us are here. Right. So we're gonna paint. A little bit more of Sybilla. Oh, it's Atari.
I'm not dead.
The Empress of everything everywhere. Hello, Tari Tutu. How is the royal family, Tari Tutu? Is Goblin a bad thing now? Well, she's a fae. She's a fae, isn't she? Aspen's a fae. Rather than a goblin. Warm. You warm. It's not too bad here. I have just put a pair of socks on because my feet were cold. Johan, how are you doing? Do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? Oh dear, been out and about, so now I need to cool down. Johan, a pirate's life for me. Johan, we're painting shawls today, and I should probably tidy up a lot of this. Well, I mean, it's not tidied up; it's not even started really. I should probably do a lot more of this non-metallic metal, and also her boobs, because boobs are cool, particularly small, perfect ones like this. So we'll do some boobs at some point, but we do have to tidy up and clean up all of this. Do you think it's the right colour? Do you think the purple is the right colour? I have kind of pushed the red gem a fraction further, which was quite cool. So that's kind of fraction further. Never neglect the boobs. I never neglect the boobs. There we go. Never neglect the boobs. What are you working on, Johan? Tari. I mean that. I mean those. I mean yes, boobs. Boobs. I have just ordered. In fact, I will show you very, very quickly. I will show you very quickly what I am printing out. That is Discord, which is not what we want. Discord close. Where's there it is. Come on, there we go. Okay, so I have just I do want to get her, and I do want to print her as well because she's also cool. Chris will show the boobs. Oh, no, I don't have boobs. I have a chest. So I do want to get her because she is quite a cool model, quite a cool sculpt. But I have got it's currently on library. There it is. It's currently on the printer. For those of you who do My Mini Factory as well, by the way, there is a summer sale on as well, so you do get 50% off the entire thing. So I've printed her. She's on the printer because she's awesome, and I wanted a bike. Yeah, she's currently printed. She's got a cool face mask as well. You're still at work. I intend to do more orcs if I paint tonight. Morty and I need a bit of space for a week before I continue. I saw you were having trouble with the train. Was that yesterday or was that today, Johan? Very cyberpunk. Yes, she is. She is very, very cool. So she's currently on the printer. So she's awesome. I do like her little trainers. Cyberpunk still have trainers, little Converse. So that's awesome. She's awesome. I'm also printing his head because there's a model which Infinity are sending me, which I want to change the head for. So I'm printing his head off, and I'm also printing her because she's awesome. So yeah. Would you call those mirror shades, the one on the bike? Would you call them mirror shades? No, I think these ones are mirror shades, aren't they? I think that's a mirror shade. That was a hoot. Got home just in time for stream yesterday. Oh, is it yesterday? Who is the sculptor? Unit 9, whoever that is. Yeah, so Unit 9. So I'm printing all of those. I'm also printing him as well, but I'm just printing his head. So that might be the head that I use for Ajax. For where's Ajax? Where's Ajax? That dude. So I might use his head for Ajax the Great. Have they added something into there, or have they just? Is it my setup?
Nearly
My
there.
setup. There we go. Oh, Manaringo as well. Oh, we're getting everybody today.
Fart in your general direction.
Manaringo. So yeah, they're the ones that I've printed. These ones are also. So I've got Isla. She's come through. So this is. Hang on. Share it with me. This is last month's. This is last month's little model, which is quite cool. So she's quite cool, reaching down into the water. And then there's that one. Yeah, anyway, so that's beside the point anyway. So, painting. Let's go back to painting, shall we? They have some neat robots. They do. They have some cool robots as well. Tong. Everybody hold your nose. Fuck. Just lurking through the work fires. Manaringo, no! Manaringo. So yes, we are going to look a little bit more at her. See if we can get some. Basically, I'm going to put some water on the wet palette. Again, distilled water in a little pot. Really, really helpful on the wet palette. Really helpful on the wet palette. So, Tari Tutu, the Empress Tari Tutu, the Empress of everything everywhere all at once. The Empress Tari Tutu in her Kensington Palace. Any rumblings from the royal family, Tari? So just glazing over the transitions, trying to soften some of these out a little bit. I think it's an issue with the resin, but the energy field effect Unit 9 has is a bit too thick for my tastes. The energy field. How do you make an energy field, Chris? How would I make an energy field? Probably just make it out of... oh, bollocks. Probably just make it out of... thin plastic sheet if you want an energy field. Do-do-do. Clear plastic, then tint it. Yeah, probably. Probably. Oh, let's. Oh my word! I'm slipping with my paintbrush today. Come on, sort it out, Christopher. Christopher. Right. So we need some purple on here again. Or you will have to freehand the whole light refraction. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility as well. Like I wanted to do, I've wanted to do sort of a camo engaging effect and things. I don't know. Any energy fields are a bit of a weird one, aren't they? Because they're not actually like the one that I saw that was really good was the round one with the hexes on it. That somebody did on a Tau, I think it was. I thought that looked okay, but yeah, you'd have to lean into the clear plastic kind of side of it. You'd have to lean into that. And then freehand whatever you wanted onto it. Yeah, it's just because the thickness is just for printing. That's one of the problems with 3D printing models, and that's a lot of the reason why a lot of the smaller scale models do have cartoony kind of Games Workshop hero scale features to them, because they're designed to be 3D printed. That's all it is. Like you can print really, really thin. You can print really, really thin, but it just snaps. Like these are really thin. These are really thin. These are so thin you can kind of see through them. So this is all really thin. So you can print really thin, but you just have to be very aware of it and know that they're going to break. But that's not going to cut it for a company which is trying to make 3D prints for people to print. Because if they break all the time, then they won't sell any models, they won't sell any Patreons, so nobody will buy them. Yes, Johan, yes. So this is a 3D print. This is a 3D print, Johan. This is Sybilla. This is a 3D print, Johan. This is a 3D print, Johan. So yeah, there's a massive issue with 3D printing, and the other thing with 3D printing as well is that the quality, the kind of the normal consumer level quality of 3D prints. If you bought a 3D print from a website somewhere, 9 times out of 10 it's not actually very good. So you have to really work. You have to really work to get your quality up for 3D printing. Because I don't like. You need more 3D prints on screen. There we go. There's a 3D print. That's a 3D print. That's a 3D print. Where's she gone? Where's my Oni? Oh, she's all the way back there. That's a 3D print. And if you can find like this is one of the things that I'm really proud of with my 3D printing. Like if you can find a layer line on her, then like, hats off to you, because I do. It's taken me years to get this kind of level of quality out of my 3D prints. That sword, I can see that being quite fragile. It is, so just don't snap it. Like, if something's fragile, don't break it. Like, the sword might be fragile, but what about these? What about these? They're really fragile. Just don't break them. I've actually snapped her arm off a couple of times, this arm, because I finished typing and I bring my hand back, and while she was on my desk I was bringing my hand back and dropping it down and just catching her arm and snapping her arm off. So her arm's been snapped off a couple of times. Not that you can tell at all, but yeah, she's really nice. Yeah, it's like when people say, "Oh, that's really fragile," when Games Workshop do something and it's like only attached to the base with two little tiny little parts. Well, yeah, but what do you want? Do you want a really nice model, or do you want a really chunky, ugly looking kind of contact to the base? So just be careful. Just be careful. That's my thought anyway. So yeah, there's some really nice 3D prints out there, and I do really like all those Infinity ones. It's quite fun. It's quite fun. You know, when Trench Crusade came out, and I was dead excited with Trench Crusade because it gave me a reason to print all the cool models which I had files for, but had no reason to print them really, other than, oh, I'm just going to paint that and stick it on my shelf. So Trench Crusade came out, and it was almost like, oh, okay, so now I have a reason to print. Now I have a reason to print like cool, weird shit like this. Like that's a character or a unit in Trench Crusade that can represent a character or a unit in Trench Crusade. So it was quite nice when Trench Crusade came out. It's dropped a little bit recently with the Trench Crusade stuff, which is fine. But then the same with Infinity. When Infinity messaged me, and then I was like, okay, well, I need to go and find some. Let's go and see what 3D prints are out there, because I asked them. I said, what's your? Am I able to like convert these models up? Can I 3D print a different head and everything? And they were like, yeah, sure, cool, go for it. Like, we just want to see our models like used and painted. So that was at that point, I was like, well, I'll go and see what 3D prints are out there, because I know I wanted to change one of the heads on one of the models that they're sending me, which has now descended into wanting to change two of the heads on the models that they're sending me, which is really cool. But there's like a reason to do all those cyberpunk models. There's a reason to print them now, rather than before, where I was like, well, that's a really cool model. However, I'm not really going to kind of spend some money and get it and print it, because there's no reason to have it. So I like it when games come out and set a universe and set some lore that you can then go and use all your really cool, some of your really cool 3D prints for. Trench Crusade has some hardcore vibe. It's been taken up. It was certainly taken up by some of the more hardcore, if you like, in inverted commas, section of the community. Which is absolutely fine, because that's sort of what it's been written for. But I'm not 100% feeling it like I did when it came out. Like when it came out, it was just this really kind of cool, fresh, universe that had some really interesting lore and history behind it, and also it was all based around ancient history. You could kind of learn a little bit, because I don't know much about history. I hated history at school. Didn't like history at school at all, because I had when I got into secondary school and I found out that we were going to do history, I was like, oh awesome, we're going to like learn about dinosaurs and shit. No, we learned about boring things like the Industrial Revolution and things like that. So it wasn't as interesting initially for me at all, and that was that was my famous exam that I got 10% on. I got 10% on a history exam once, because just before because you take your options in year 9, so when you're 12, 13 or something, you make a choice on what subjects you're going to do for GCSE. And I picked geography rather than history, because history I just didn't enjoy history. You spent 3 years doing the Industrial Revolution, and I mean I can't even remember what else I did. Spent 3 years doing that. It was really boring. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do geography. And then just after you chose and did your options, we then had exams. So I had a history exam. So I opened up the book. I wrote my name on the top of the paper. Read the first question. Started answering it. And I was like, why am I even doing this? I'm not even doing history next year. So I just stopped. I just stopped. So I got 10% on that exam because I answered half a question. Controversial take, but I never really saw the appeal of Trench Crusade. I really like Trench Crusade in terms of, so I like the lore. Spoilers as well, I worked with Tumas at Games Workshop as well. So I messaged him when the Trench Crusade stuff landed. I was like, really cool to see you doing some alternative stuff. Good luck, congratulations, sort of thing. So I know Tumas. And I also know all the people he's brought on as well. So he's got Andy Chambers on there. He obviously had John Blanche on there, who I've worked with. So that was really awesome. The lore. Thomas is a real history kind of, not a geek, but he knows a lot about ancient history around what he wants to pull into Trench Crusade. So the world of Trench Crusade is really interesting. Obviously it's an alternative universe. Back in the Crusades went wrong. They opened up a portal to hell, and then for the next like 400 years we've just been fighting these like hellish demons that keep coming out of the portal. So that's the kind of the world, but because of that, the world and the lore is all based on real religions and real sets of the world and real areas of the world. So you have all the European sections and factions and things, and you've got the Far East factions, but they're all going to be based on real ancient history, and not particularly myths, but like little threads that run through ancient history. That's where they're kind of grabbing onto. So it's really interesting to see how each of the factions are kind of built, and all the little fabric within them, and how all that's kind of connected together, and all the units are very kind of unique and individual for that little faction. So it's really nice. It's really nicely done, and you can see how it's going to evolve and develop over time. The rule set is very Tumas scripted, so it's a very kind of unique and simple little rule set. The rules for Trench Crusade are on like 1 page, so it's really easy to get into. It's really easy to learn, and it is a little bit more. It's not really a competitive game. It's a little bit more about telling stories and it's because it's a skirmish, you end up with, and also the way that the rules are written in terms of having those 2 dice, and then you add dice if you are better at something than somebody else. So you start with 2 dice. If you are better at shooting, then you roll 3 dice and you take like the best result sort of thing. And if you are really good at shooting, you end up rolling like 4 or 5 dice. Or if you're making a save, you start with 2 dice, but if you're being shot at by like a really heavy gun, you take one of the dice away, kind of thing. Or you add a dice and you have to take the 2 lowest dice, 2 lowest scores. So it's about adding and removing dice from your dice rolls, which is a really unique and interesting way of doing a mechanic. So that's really cool. The models, again, they've always said that it's model agnostic. You can use whatever models you like, which also encourages people to do all weird and wacky and wonderful things. The downside of Trench Crusade is that I'm going to try and say this as politely as I can, the hardcore community that have kind of encompassed and grabbed hold of and taken Trench Crusade under their arms, kind of thing, are not the best painters. So even though it's miniature agnostic, and you have lots of really cool models that you are able to use in Trench Crusade, the painting isn't to a particularly kind of high level to inspire other people to get into it. So you have other people, so you have some people, like I've done a few models for Trench Crusade. I've seen a couple of really cool painters do models for Trench Crusade, and that's really inspiring. But the vast majority of the community, the aesthetic and the look of the models that they create isn't particularly aspirational, kind of thing. It doesn't encourage you to get into the game, which I think is quite interesting. But yeah, I like it. It's a really interesting rule set, and I've printed, because I've got all the 3D print files. We did a community kind of, between us within the community, we got all the files for all the warbands and everything. So I've printed off loads of the warbands and things, and that's what this model here was for. I was going to use this model for a particular kind of angle on one of the factions that I was going to do. So she was going to be in a Trench Crusade warband. But yeah, I think it's interesting that it's out there. I think it's kind of found its corner of the community now, and I don't think it's going to kind of spread out as much as. I don't think it's going to spread out anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think it's going to gain any more traction and explode anymore. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I didn't like Trench Crusade, but I see people being full in. Yeah, it's. I like the lore behind it. And I appreciated the lore behind it, and I like horror films, so I could kind of get the vibe. But there's a portion of the community that like that sort of aesthetic, and like it to the detriment of the game. Trying to say that as nicely as I can. So they like Trench Crusade. I think you get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. Anyway, so yeah, there's a corner of that community which has been kind of kicked out of the Warhammer community, and has been not really encouraged, but they found their home with the Trench Crusade stuff. At Adepticon, they had a huge and quite busy booth, so there's certainly community interest. Yeah, there's loads of community interest. There's loads of community interest. It's a busy little game. It really should diverge at that point when coming up to modern times. Well, that's the joy of fantasy storytelling, isn't it? Like, it did branch off at point X, and in their storytelling coming up to modern day, it's bringing up to modern day if that was the branch. So they're grounding the modern day in the history of having hell coming out and happening. So it's not creating a whole new ancient history that brings you up to modern day. Yeah. Anyway, that's part of the storytelling. It's a storytelling decision, isn't it? Saw the crowd that loves Trench Crusade. Your 20s, heart on your sleeves, modern punks, and good on them. However, Infinity, getting back to the point, we got sidetracked a little bit. Infinity is a completely different vibe because it's another kind of popular. It's another popular aesthetic and a popular pop culture reference sort of world where it's all cyberpunky, Japanese inspired, futuristic sci-fi world, and there's loads of those models like I just showed up on my mini factory. There's loads of these cool models that are out there for 3D prints, which also then kind of slot straight into Infinity. So it's nice to have, again, just a reason to print it. Yeah, I like it. You're on the lurk. No worries, Aspen. Before you go, have you got any Maltesers left? Please. Can I have a Malteser, please? Squirrel. Squirrel. It's fine. I don't mind going off topic. It's nice when you have a really kind of active chat that are asking questions. They're asking questions of me and making me go off topic kind of thing. Because otherwise it's just me talking to myself, and I never really go off topic when I'm talking to myself. Honest. So yeah, anyway, hopefully that all made sense. What is really funny about Infinity is the videos on people being like, I've just discovered that new game, the new game that has existed for 25 years. But that's exactly me though. That's like the first video I do for Infinity is going to be like that. Like I've just been made aware of this. Like I've casting my mind back, I can remember the references. I can remember seeing the models in like Angel Haraldes' book. His first book that I bought, and I was like, oh yeah, they're cool models. I had no idea what they were, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. So yeah, it's baffling that I've never heard of it or seen it around or like noticed it. Like the next time I saw it was when Cult of Paint did a couple of models from it. Chris, be me, buy some Infinity models, find them incredibly fiddly and small, put them away. No, I'm not going to be you, because I really like painting in fiddly and small models. No, I hadn't heard of it. I hadn't heard of it, Tari. I had not heard of it. That's why it's a whole new exciting world. It's a whole new exciting world, which I'm like, these are really cool. And I love. So they're sending me 2 books about the lore. And the faction which I really like are the AI robots and cyborgs and stuff. So they're sending me some of the lore about those, along with other stuff as well, because the books are quite thick. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of just diving in and finding out about it. But that's one that I've kind of started cracking off. I need to do the base. I should be used to the fact that you live under a rock. But like that's like I kind of get that I live under a rock. I kind of get that wrong argument with Chris. yeah. You want to paint tiny things? I kind of get that I live under a rock, but Infinity feels like it exists in a community and world which I exist in as well. Like, I don't really exist in a computer gaming world. I don't really exist in that. Like, I play a couple of MMOs and I have played Metal Gear Solid and Armored Core, but like, I don't really exist in the computer gaming world. So all the computer games I haven't got a clue about. But tabletop gaming, I would have thought, like, I've heard of Moonstone and all that coming out, but no, I'd just never heard of Infinity. I'd seen like two of the models, but there was nothing there that made me go and investigate it more. Or it's a funny one. I don't know anything about it, but I knew it existed. Nice. I think I have a box of their failed MOBA tabletop game. Aristea, Purple Spark. Yeah, so if anybody wants to have a look at, let me throw this up again. Sources, is it sources? My authors. There it is, my authors. There we go. So that's actually my affiliate link as well. So if anybody does want to grab anything, that one works for me. Yeah, there's some really nice things. I will just sell Tari. I will sell Tari on them by showing her the tin bots. Many of the characters were recreated heroes from history. One of the factions recreates some old people from history. So there is like Joan of Arc. There is Joan of Arc. There is Mel Gibson from Braveheart and stuff. But that's not the vast majority of the factions. But yeah, they're just really cool. Like, I really like. See, that's why I've printed a bike. That's why I've printed a bike, 'cause I really like that bike. Yo, how are you doing? How are you doing, Sinister? But I mean, she's cool. She's got a bloody fox. She's got a fox mask. Oh, Sinister with the resub as well. So she's awesome. And then she's got like a little bunny rabbit. She's a sniper with a little bunny rabbit tin pot. It's quite cool. It is quite cool. And the models, some of the models are lovely, and the detail on them is insane. Like, I really like the auxiliaries, and I really like the post-humans as well. And then you also get, if I just type in Maze Breaker in here, so this is the box which I'm going to have to pick up, I think. Purples has just got this, but check out. So these are the AI. So this is the AI faction, Tari. Okay. So this is an AI that the humans created to protect the planet, and then they haven't gone rogue at all. So this is one of the games where the AI haven't gone rogue. They are still protecting the planet. But if you have an AI android who is a hacker, assassin, sniper, who chooses to dress herself like that, chooses to dress herself in a form-fitting trouser suit with an overcoat. Like, come on, that's super cool. And then that's the, come on, where is it? There we go. And then that's the other one. So again, that's another AI android robot cyborg thing. Yeah, and then you get little doggies, AI doggies. Yeah, so it's a AI entity, which is creating a world that is safe for humans. It's quite cool. Well, the AI with Bob's is kind of odd. Yeah, well, whatever. They're trying to fit in, aren't they? So, you could scrunch your face up at that, or you could just say that's a cool model. I don't know. I think it would make her super effective at getting closer targets. You know how men are. They are cool minis. They are really cool. I like them. Could have a trouser snake. Welcome back, Aspen. Welcome back. We were just looking at AI ninja assassins that choose to wear choose to wear a full suit. Oh, it's so cool. So cool. They slay. It's super cool. So yeah, I'm going to have to pick up Maze Breaker at some point. So you can help out with that by checking some of my affiliates, of course. You can check out my Patreon, which would also be very much appreciated as well. !Patreon. And then obviously as well, we've got Huel. She's not a ninja assassin. No, she's a hacker. I know. I was exaggerating. She's a hacker assassin. No wonder Chris likes them. Why? Because they're badass ladies. Nothing wrong with liking badass ladies. I mean, what do you think I'm what do you think I'm painting? They slay. Chris prefers butts to boobs. ! Peach. Yes. That's. I think I've been trying to think about that recently. I think it's because growing up around and training with athletes and stuff. The girls that you look up to when I was a teenager and stuff just had really good bums. Maybe, I don't know. You have protected the look to the right while showing the Huel logo. Well, yes. Yeah, well, actually, I think it works that way as well. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, so, yeah, it's the Huel bottle. The Huel bottle is just over here, so when I drink, it's just coincidental. It's just a nice, happy, coincidental thing that because the Huel bottle is over here, when I bring it up to drink it. There you go, everybody. ! Huel. Try out some ! Huel. Oh, Tari, check out what Gallery sent as well. There you go. This is the model holder as well, which is rocked up. So if anybody likes pistol grips, if anybody likes pistol grip model holders with little ticky tacky spinners up at the top, then you can do ! Gallery. That's how you spell gallery. You can do ! Gallery, and that will send you to the website with my discount code as well. And if you do like pistol grips, I can confidently say this is probably the best one on the market, to be honest. It is really smart. All aluminium, so it's got a nice bit of weight to it, because you don't really want light ones. But it's not heavy. I'm not saying like it's really heavy or anything, but yeah, it's rather nice. It's rather nice. I am talking to them about hopefully developing a smaller one, because I like smaller ones so that I can turn them in my hand rather than hold them like a pistol. So hopefully at some point there will be two, but if you do like and get on with and you prefer the pistol grips style, of model holders, by all means check this one out, because it's good, as is all their stuff, as I'm finding out. How's the balance, and any tendency to tip over? No, the balance is actually pretty good. The balance is all quite down low. If you're leaving it on the leaving it on your desk, it does kind of orientate itself quite well. And then also, if you are painting something small, it has a bit in the bottom which you stick on the top, and then you can put your head, if you're painting a head or something, you can stick that up on there as well. And then it's got the I don't even know what that's called actually. It's like a handle leaning thing, so you can stabilize your hand as you're painting up here further away. So yeah, that's quite nice. It is really nicely done. It's really nicely built. Sadly, it's just not the style of painting handle that I like. But I know there are plenty of people out in the community who do like these pistol grip ones, and it is fab. Finger guard. It's not a guard. It's a leaning stabilizer thing. I'm American. Pistol grip is my nature. Yeah, check the link. Check the link, Harumph, because yeah, they are really good. And there's a discount code on the link as well. Right. Yeah, discount code on the link as well. Okay, let's see if we can do a bit more of this. And yeah, I hope people when they do go and grab stuff from the gallery website, because I know it's easy to get recommendations from people, and it's harder to trust the recommendations from people. But I've had a couple of products that have been sent over that you've not even seen on stream, because I looked at them and I was like, "That's shit." so if something's not very good, you won't see it. And I'm really picky. Like, I really like manufacturing, and I really like engineering and things. So if stuff isn't very, very well made, or if I don't like it, or if I don't like the company because of something that they've done in the past or whatever, then yeah, you won't see it. And if that company asks to send me something, I'm not going to say no. However, if they send me something and I don't like it, I'm just not going to show it. Like, it's no loss to me if I just don't show the stuff that they've sent. They obviously want me to, but if the product has come and I don't like it, I will go and tell them that I don't like it, and I'm not showing it to you. So there's a reason I get excited when I show things on stream that I like. It's because I like them. It's just because I like them. Like that. Like that's not for me. This isn't my kind of painting handle, but it's really nicely made, and I know a lot of people like this kind of shaped painting handle, so I'll show it off because it's really good. So yeah, there we go. That's and another thing as well. If I do like something, then 9 times out of 10, I will have an affiliate link for them. Wink, wink. Puts down soap pops. It's more of it's over there, and we have an orange man in office that is a complete idiot regarding trade. Picks up soapbox. No comment of the week. Puts down. Hang on. Have I missed something there, Avian? Okay, I need more caffeine. My brain is a mile a minute, asking cheeky questions, making silly comments, and being an internet squirrel. Asking cheeky questions. What have you done, Avian? Avian, you worry way too much about what you type in chat. I really like the finger holder. That thing is very practical. I wish I could get one sent over to you, Aspen, but I know you have a alternative sponsor. My challenge is to post the Huel link every time you drink. Tara, you know a way of doing that, don't you? There is a hydrate command, so you can actually make me drink. Yeah, they're sending me as well. Have I told you this? They're sending me the peach. Hang on, let me show you. Let me show you. Turn that off and save the battery for a second. They're sending me. They're sending me their new. They're sending me their new. Where is it? Oh, vitamins. There it is. They're sending me this. So I've got a oh no, it's not even showing. No. They're sending me that. So I've got which is incredibly appropriate for me, I think. Incredibly appropriate that it is peach flavored. So yeah, so I've got a 12 pack of this coming with Golden Peach. So this is the vitamins, energy, and hydration. So yeah, so that's coming. I've been thinking about Huel for a while now. I need more stuff in me. Squeeze my buttocks together. It's difficult to buy things from Europe and UK. Shorter avian comment that makes sense. Wouldn't mind if they add that finger holder. I really like the finger holder. That thing is very practical. That looks good. The drink. I need to watch that show again. What, Red Dwarf? Yeah. So yeah, I've got this one coming. Peach energy drink. So I'll let you know what their energy drinks are like as well. But like I say, I've been using Huel for 10-15 years now, so pretty damn good. Add a little bit of kind of bounce light on this one. A little bit of bounce light coming in. I think it's in the top one of the best sci-fi TV shows of all time. Is there a better sci-fi TV show than Red Dwarf? I mean, I'm incredibly biased, but I can't think of one that's better. Like, I'd rather watch Red Dwarf than Star Trek. I'd rather watch Red Dwarf than Star Wars. I'd rather watch Red Dwarf than some other ones. Battlestar Galactica. I think I'd rather watch it than Battlestar Galactica, and Battlestar Galactica is very good. I love that. I love that series. But I think I'd rather watch like if I were to, like, if you watch Battlestar Galactica, you have to kind of commit to watching the series again. Like, it's not a throw on an episode kind of thing. But then I suppose that's slightly more Red Dwarf's wheelhouse anyway. So it's probably a little bit unfair to think of it like that. But Red Dwarf does have the greatest line ever delivered in TV history. So I mean, watch Firefly. Only one season. Firefly's good. Firefly's good. I do like Firefly. Star Wars is really only about the old trilogy. I do enjoy watching those every now and then. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Star Wars films because I just get in trouble every time I do. I would rather watch episode 8 than I would episode 6. I just said I wasn't going to talk about Star Wars, and then I said... Chris has controversial opinions. Chris has controversial opinions. I do. But which is absolutely fine, because they're my opinions, and I'm not a twat, so it's not like they're shit opinions. It's not like I'm like, oh, women should always stay in the kitchen. Why have women got small feet so they can get closer to the cooker? It's not like I'm a complete twat. I don't have shitty controversial opinions. At least Chris did not say number 9. Number 9 is one of the worst films ever made, so you all know I think number 9 is one of the worst films ever made. Only beaten by Avatar. Only beaten by Avatar. Actually, I don't know that, Aspen. Aspen, what do you think about Avatar? Is that the one with the doll? Chris has controversial nerdy opinions. There we go. I like that one. There we go. There we go. Avatar: The Last Bender. The Last Airbender is indeed a horrible film. I've not seen that. I've not seen that, but I've not read either. I've not read the comic books either. I've not seen The Last Airbender. Do 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 do. I need to change everybody's. I need to change everybody's subscription icons, don't I? Because they're still Bert. I need to change them to a Raven Guard themed. Raven Guard themed subscription icon. What do you think? Is purple looking alright? Poor Bert. There's a movie called Number 9 about a living stitched doll in the apocalypse. It's fantastic. I thought you meant that one and not episode 9. Oh, okay. A living stitched doll. Episode 9 was a fun movie. You just had to turn your thinking off and look at the pretty lights. It was a shocking film. If you want to watch a fun movie, that's what Fast and the Furious are for. They do fun movies really well. Episode 9 did not even do movies well. There's my controversial opinion. Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is brilliant. Hey, Shivani, how are you doing? I'm good. What about you? I'm good, thank you. Yeah, having fun painting painting this model up. Actually, this video suddenly just attracted me. Nice. She will do. Not looking bad, not looking bad. Try and add a little bit of purple to her lips. You have great VT, great YouTube. Thank you very much. Yes, it's this bit here we definitely need a little bit more in there. What music is that? It's super atmospheric. So the music that plays on my stream is from a computer game called Eve, which I played very briefly in like 2004. Wasn't very good at it. It's a space MMO, and it just has some of the most gorgeous music, and it's all royalty free. Therefore, I can play it on Twitch without Well, I can play it on YouTube. I can play it on YouTube and Twitch without getting in trouble. So yeah, I played Eve in 2004 for a little bit, but yeah, I wasn't very good at the game. Yeah, the big game. The big game. The big game. Aspen, have you got any Maltesers left? So it's been the stream soundtrack for probably 8 years. I did start playing. I started the streams playing music, as in singing music. But then you quickly get copyright strikes and things for doing that, so I stopped. And because I stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, I can't put any kind of music on YouTube. Otherwise, they will literally delete my channel. If you have 3 copyright strikes on YouTube, they just delete your channel. No questions. They just delete your channel. So it sucks. So I'm not taking any chances with that. Chris, he's here to paint every one of us. How are you doing, Nigma? Also, all the bad talk about the movie put my expectations so low that I went, that was not that bad. What film? However, it was really made for people hang on, what film? Speaking of enjoying movies where people might question your taste, Masters of the Universe was actually enjoyable. I haven't seen it yet. It's on Amazon Prime, so I will watch it at some point because I loved He-Man when I was a kid. I'm not holding out much hope, but I'm sure it'll be like an entertaining film. Saw the first movie and were not necessarily fans. However, hang on, it was made for people my age, those who were perhaps tangentially familiar with He-Man. I think it failed in its attempt to pull in new fans. Yeah, maybe it didn't pull in any new fans. The Netflix show, I think, probably pulled in a few new fans. I think the film is probably for people who had the toys when they were a kid and watched the cartoon rather than the first movie. I liked He-Man, it was good. Nice. Excellent. I like the new Spider-Man film. They updated my gallery, it's in transit. Yes, Nigma! Yes, Nigma! Nigma, do you want to see something cool? Do you want to see something cool, Nigma? I mean, the answer is yes, Nigma, you do. New Spider-Man was really good. Yeah, I've got a massive soft spot for Spider-Man. And that new Spider-Man film might make me go and watch Far From Home one more time. I've only seen it once. It was too good, and I've only seen it once. You do want to see something cool? Da 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 da. Model holder. Far From Home is good. There's no bad Tom Holland Spider. Far From Home is very, very, very good. My reason for not watching Far From Home more than once is not because it's not a good film. It's too good a film. But I've only seen it once. Homecoming and whatever the second one was called, I've seen fucking tens of times, like 20 times each probably. So yeah, Enigma is pretty cool. It's pretty good, and it's got clicky clicky base to paint. It's got a little adapter in the bottom. Little adapter in the bottom that goes on the top, so you can stick the heads on when you're painting heads, which is quite cool. So if you like pistol grip stuff, then yeah. It's made me actually interested in Doomsday. Yeah, maybe. I'll watch it. The thing that amazes me about Marvel and DC, right, is the way they now do films. Particularly Marvel, the way Marvel now do films is not how they started out doing their films. Because they started out doing films, here's a film about Iron Man. Oh, and here's a post-credit scene and it teases Thanos. And then here's a film about Thor. Oh, and here's a post-credit scene that teases Thanos. Here's a film about the Hulk. Here's a post-credit scene that teases Thanos. And they had years of building Thanos up. And then Endgame and whatever the other one was. Yeah, those two. The two that ended in it. And now they've got Doom. And there's no build up. It's just here's Doom. It's just here's Doom. There's no developing. There's nothing going on. It's just here's Doom. So he's gonna have a movie which is going to set him up, and then he's gonna have a second movie which is Battleworld or whatever, and then done. They built up Kang. Did they though? Did they build up Kang? He was in the post-credit scene for Ant-Man, and he was a feature of Loki. They didn't build him up in the same way as Thanos. And I know they had to pivot. But they can still pivot. They can still pivot and build up Doom. The thing is, Doom's supposed to be this all-conquering, like, super villain that's more powerful than Thanos, and he's going to have 2 movies about him. So, anyway. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, this is frustrating me. This tiny little bit here is frustrating me. I don't quite know how to do that light. Because it needs to soften all the way to here and then vanish here. Because at this point here, that needs to be darker. So I'm kind of going backwards and forwards at the moment, trying to make this work. This tiny little bit in here. Because the light's coming from here, so that's everything that it's going to hit. So it's going to hit this bit. It's going to hit this bit here. But it's not going to be as intense as this because it's fading away. Have you tried using their paints? Yes, dude. Yes, I have. There's an unboxing and kind of conversation about their metallics, which I need to do another video for as well. I have done a video on using the metallics. That's up as a short, Enigma. So if you look at my either Instagram or YouTube, it's up as a short. I mixed up a copper colour, which was really good. And then hopefully they're going to send me some more of the paints as well. Yeah, the paints are excellent, dude. How you doing, Faranek? How are you doing, dude? Slapping paint on some things. The model is gorgeous. She's all right, isn't she? She is all right. There we go. That's one of the biggest lessons that you can have in painting. Like I slipped. I was trying to highlight that edge there with a nice bright highlight, and I slipped. So I've just cut back into it with another colour paint, and just cut back into it and corrected the mistake. Like any mistakes in painting, you can correct by painting over them. It's not like drawing, whereas if you make a mistake in drawing, it's quite difficult to correct it. Painting, you just glaze over it. Just paint over it for the win. She has two very nice features. Or what did we say earlier? Johan, a boob life for Johan. So we've got these here. I want to do something on the back of her, but ultimately she's just going to be looking on this side. So we'll do some silver. The Legend Predators, they did They've legend lots of things. But they've also said, oh, it's alright, you can use some of these as proxies. It's fine, they were always going to, but yeah. Oh. Battery over. Proxies don't have rules. Yeah, legends. You can either have legends or proxies, can't you? Either legends or legend proxies. It's all a bit weird, I think. Never mind. Yeah, they've added the Dreadnought to the list. It's for the new generation of players. It's for the new generation of players. Which Dread? The box Dread. Yeah, it's new generation players are cool people. They deserve the Rhino chassis and the box Dread. They deserve new Rhino chassis and new box Dreads rather than impulsors and whatever the other shitty floaty Space Marine tank is. That's what they deserve. If you were only to bring one lens to an event like Adepticon, what would it be? A lightweight prime for compact stuff, big old 2040 zoom, or something else? I would bring a 50mm 1.2. If I could take one lens to a show, it would be a 50mm 1.2. 50mm 1.2, look at the ridge point. I mean, where is it? There it is. I mean, I'm not like, that's what was asked, and that's just what I would bring. I would take 50mm 1.2. What can I say? I like my glass. If you really want to push the boat out, you get a an old 50mm 1.2. An old Nikkor 50mm 1.2. Because they're gorgeous. It's sad to think about, but we are the minority of Warhammer fans. Most people don't want one. Yeah, 100%. Most people, most new people, get the models one weekend, slap chop them the same weekend, and yay! Should get a decent lens for miniature photography. Just a cheap macro. Cheap macro is fine. It's not like this lens is a cheap macro lens or anything, but a cheap macro lens is absolutely fine. Came into a much different game, and that's the problem for me at the moment. The game is no longer Warhammer. It's no longer a tabletop battle game. I'm super sad about it. It was really good timing that Infinity kind of came along at this time, because I was super sad about Warhammer. And what a lot of the changes are saying about what they want to do with it in the future. Streamline 40k is just called One Page Rules. One Page Rules is not a mainstream product though, so none of the new people that are getting into Warhammer know about that. So they're just trying to make Warhammer accessible to as many people as they can. That's all it is, which is completely their right. No need to compete with those guys, they already do it better, but nobody knows about that. So people are getting into Warhammer not because it's a war game, they're getting into Warhammer because of the models and the lore and the history and the universe that is being promoted on things like Secret Level on Amazon. They're not getting into it because it's a war game. So nobody knows and nobody cares about One Page Rules. But if Warhammer can make it as accessible, if making Warhammer accessible is turning it into a one-page set of rules so that it's accessible, it's not that they're copying one-page rules, it's just that's the way to go about making it accessible to more people who aren't wargamers. Because they're not wargamers. They're not wargamers. They're hobbyists who are collecting cool models to paint them and see a glimpse of a story. 100%, Tari. Yeah, 100%. They'll bring the old. I think they need to do that with the tactical squad ASAP. I think the I thought that's what they were going to do when they redid the intercessors. I thought they were going to bring the I thought they were going to bring the intercessors back as tactical marines with like a heavy weapon in the squad, but no, they just resculpted some of the bodies. I don't play, I collect. It's not even the don't play. It's not even the not playing and just collecting. New people who buy Warhammer now are buying the brand Warhammer. So they are buying the lore and the stories and the Horus Heresy and the secret level Amazon TV show. They're buying that. Whereas when I got into Warhammer, I got into it because it was a war game. I got into it because it was an army versus an army on a tabletop. That's a totally, it's not totally different. It's just a slight variation on why you're getting into the hobby. So new people are being encouraged into the hobby because they see it on Amazon, because they see it on Amazon Prime, because they're playing Space Marine 2. That's why they're getting into the hobby. They're seeing the cool characters in Space Marine 2, and then finding out that they can have a little model for them as well, and then finding out that they can play a game on a tabletop, like a board game. They're finding out they can play a board game on a tabletop where that they can fight little battles. I got into it because it was Orcs versus Space Marines, or because it was Tomb Kings versus High Elves. Like it was that side of things for me. It was recreating a battle and telling a story in your head about what was happening in a war game. So that's the kind of the distinction I'm trying to make. That's the difference. So they're trying to make people who are buying into Warhammer now because of Space Marine 2 and because of Secret Level, and ultimately because of the new Amazon series, they want to make the rules as simple as they can. So that once they get them out of this TV series and out of Space Marine 2, they can then learn a really simple game, a really simple board game like Monopoly or something. They can learn a really simple board game so that they can then sell them miniatures to then play on a tabletop with their friends. Totally different kind of angle. It's the opposite side of entry into the hobby. And there are lots of different entries into the hobby, but that's now the primary entry into the hobby is things like playing Space Marine 2 and finding out that I can have whatever one of the characters in Space Marine 2 is, have that model. Those people are super excited. I'm not saying they're not. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying they're not super excited. It's really cool seeing people be excited about Space Marines and things, but it's the different angle of attack. It's a different entry point now. It's a totally different entry point. Games Workshop has moved on from your mate showing you this war game into now being introduced to it on a more wider, accessible medium. So lots of millennials at the store coming in with their kids, super happy to have a shared hobby with them. That's awesome. That's a necessity though. Mates don't mate anymore. People don't interact with each other like we grew up doing. Maybe. I think that's a bit of a generalization. I don't know why they haven't done Space Hulk yet. Space Hulk seems to be the absolute perfect entry into Warhammer 40,000. I don't understand why Space Hulk hasn't been reprinted yet, because that is the perfect, because it is a board game. So you can come straight. I mean, you could even or is there a level in Space Marine 2 where you are literally boarding and trying to go through a ship and killing gene stealers and Tyranids and stuff? Like, is that not a section in Space Marine 2? So if that's in Space Marine 2, the absolutely perfect bridge is, guys, you've just played Space Marine 2. Here's a board game. It's not even a full-size war game. Here's a board game that you can play on your coffee table that is Space Marine 2. It just seems like I do not know why they haven't done that. It seems the most. And then you then get both sides of your audience. You get the side of the audience that are being encouraged and drawn into the game from playing Space Marine 2 and seeing Secret Level, and then you get all the nostalgia, like people who have been in the hobby for 30 years. Oh my god, you've just reprinted Space Hulk. It was the best game ever. I played it when I was 15. So much fun. I'm getting that. I do not understand. That is the most baffling re-release that hasn't happened. I don't get it. I just do not get it. Aspen, yes. And we already have all the brand new models of Gene Stealers and Termies. What they should do from a business standpoint is just remake Space Hulk as Space Marine, the board game, and put Titus as the guys in the box. They made a board game. It was absolutely slop, but they made it, and you pack that board game box jam pack full of adverts for 40k, and occasionally think Games Workshop hates making money. Yeah, the board game. What was the last board game that they did? Darkwater, that had for some reason the last week of my YouTube has been I've seen like 4 or 5 like Darkwater is shit, Darkwater is like atrocious, did they even playtest Darkwater? Like, I don't know where that came from, but the models were gorgeous. Like, they sent me Darkwater, and I painted all the models, or painted some of the models, because it was really, really, really nice models, but apparently the game was terrible. There was a Space Marine board game with Titus. There was, wasn't there? It was out in America at was it Barnes and Noble? So yeah, it's I just, oh, was it Walmart? Yeah, I don't get the no Space Hulk at all. I do not get the no Space Hulk thing. I don't get the no Space Hulk thing at all. It's that's just bizarre. Anyway, there's my random. It's not really a rant. There's my random little segue. And hopefully you're still hanging around, and I haven't made everybody really cross. Daily throw rant. I don't think it was a rant. Was it a rant? I don't think it was a rant. I watched a video about Darkwater. Yeah, I didn't actually watch any of the videos. I just saw them come up. I was like, I'm not that interested to click on the videos, but I just saw the videos and the thumbnails. I know it does not make sense from lore, but I want 40k version of Blood Bowl. I don't know whether I do want a 40k version of Blood Bowl. I would be kind of happy to run a Blood Bowl league where all the players converted 40k versions of the team. I think that would be quite fun. I think that would be quite cool. But no, I don't particularly want a 40k version of Blood Bowl. Read the complete sentence. No, I did, yeah. Some scenarios are, as written, are just impossible to win. We don't get those things outside of the US, thank God. Like, who wants a Titus board game that's crap? You've been here long enough. Chris never reads the right sentence. I do. Because it's the same models at half the price. Yeah. Dark Eldar would look amazing. Yes, Dark Eldar would look amazing. Dark Eldar would look fab, wouldn't it? Witches and incubi and stuff. She's looking good, isn't she? She's looking good. What do we need to add to her? I definitely need to highlight that boob. That boob needs a highlight in there.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved it. That was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was
Get
terrible.
him away.
Hey, boo!
Boo!
Boo! Lurk, no worries. I might have to go and get some fresh fuel in a second. I'm running a little bit low. Just bought a new Archon to paint up. I'm pretty like and put on a plinth. Speaking of Dark Eldar, I think I had a little bit of a revelation yesterday. I think I'm going to paint more like just kind of display models, because one of the things that stopped a lot of my painting for Warhammer was, if I paint this model, I want to be able to use it in an army in the future if I want to. So a lot of it ended up being, okay, well, this model has got to be on a base so that I can use it in in Horus Heresy. I think a little bit of me is now just wanting to paint some nice stuff to put up on my shelf, to have on my shelf like this. So I might do a few more kind of display pieces. I need some new Huel 2, and by Huel I mean coffee. I've committed to paint my Size of the Emperor army to a palatable, playable state. Pure display, to be fair. I think you can have a display mini on a gaming base. Yeah, you can, 100%. Good afternoon. By the way, sorry I was rude. What were you rude about, Muzz? What were you rude about, dude? Yvrain. I do need to paint Yvrain. Yes, Nigma. I do need to paint Yvrain. Yvrain is sat over there, ready to be painted. Yeah, she does need to be painted. I might have been motivated and inspired to paint her Yvrain. You have a base coated. Nice. Yes, you can totally paint. You can totally paint. You can totally paint gaming bases, gaming models on gaming bases. But I always want to push it a little bit further and have them on a plinth. And there's also that little bit there. You do like painting gems. She's so rewarding, but millions of gems. I think I need to go and grab my Glorfindel. I just need to look at my Glorfindel for 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go and get Glorfindel because I want to have a look at. I just want to see Glorfindel again. 1 sec. Okay. Yeah. Tiny little bit of paint spatter there, look. That was when I was cleaning the brush out. He was stood next to the water thing, and I was cleaning the brush out and just splashed a bit of primer. So I do have to paint over that at some point, but yeah. Glorfindel is a really satisfying, and these are the smallest tufts you've ever seen in your life as well. They're gorgeous tufts. Little 0.5 millimeter tufts. So, where did I get the tufts? Miniature. 1 second. They are miniature tufts. Oh, have I taken the... I might have taken the label out of them all. Oh no, I've got one. Mini nature. So they are moss. They're called moss pads. They're German, obviously. But that's why they're so good. Look, because you can pull out a little moss pad that's got like four little things. So you can put these everywhere. They're fantastic. I have 4 packs of them, and they come on a reel like this. They're brilliant. Yes, Gamer's Grass are my other favourite. So these are my favourite actual tufts, because they are, if I open them up, matte. All tufts that you find, or all of the tufts that I find anywhere, are gloss. They are matte, so they're not shiny at all. So they're matte tufts. Yes, I usually kind of matte varnish them anyway. But yeah, the Gamer's Grass ones are really good, but they don't do moss. They don't do like little micro pads. There you go. Gamer's Grass are my favourites. But these ones, and you can get them in different colours as well. Is that one a darker one? No, that one's still that one. They're the darker ones. That's probably the better one to show you actually, because you can see them better. There you go. You can see how tiny, you can have like a tiny little moss pad. And they're really sticky as well, so you just pull them out and stick them on. They are absolutely fantastic, and these ones are matte as well, so they're not shiny, not shiny gloss. They are absolutely micro. There you go. So there you go. That's just the ones I use. So I use Gamer's Grass and Miniature. Gamer's Grass make 2mm micro tufts. They have at least 1 set of pads. So they're way smaller than 2mm. Paint Forge also has micro tufts. Nice. The material tufts are made from is a glossy material, and most producers don't bother fixing it. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, that's just my. And then you end up with. And that's also, it's really important for things of this scale as well. So that is 2mm. That's a 2mm tuft. That there is a 2mm tuft. And next to it is a pad. So that's a moss pad there, and that's a 2mm tuft. And same there, look, that's a 2mm tuft, and that's the moss pad. Moss pad is like 1/2 mil. Another moss pad there. So there's loads. You just have a nice little bit of variety. Anyway, beside the point, I just wanted to have a look at Glorfindel. Can you see his eyes? Shall we zoom into his eyes? Shall we cheer myself up and zoom into his eyes? Pupil highlight dot. Yeah, he's a little bit messy, isn't he? He's a little bit messy. He does need tidying up a little bit. But he's not bad. He's not bad. That's the first one, right? The second one is on water, if I remember. This is the first one, yeah. The second one I messed the resin pour up. The second one's on foot. So the second one's in Warhammer World. I got this one back out of Warhammer World because I wanted to redo him and just kind of touch him up. I don't like how those look better than mine. Because the only other real alternative is powder flock or sawdust flocking. The pad thing is fixed one of my main flocking frustrations. Yeah, that's why I have them. Yeah, he's all right. He needs to be tidied up. I quite like him just on the simple plinth, to be honest. I quite like him just on that simple plinth like that. This is a rock that I made out of Fimo and Milliput. And this is these are not Gamers Grass ones. These ones are Rival Crafts before Rival Crafts stopped doing. She's closed down now. Rivals Craft doesn't do anything anymore. So these ones have had matte varnish put over them because you can see they're still a little bit shiny. So I might still kind of cut this out a little bit and have a little bit of water underneath it, but yeah, quite like that. Right. I need to go and get some more. Huel. Are you all okay if I go and get some more Huel? Just give me 10 minutes. If that's all right. Everybody go and grab a stretch. Have a quick stretch. Go and get a drink. Get yourself a little bit of a stretch. And I will be right back. And you are all amazing, even though you do take the piss out of me. You're all awesome. And she's looking really cool. I'm quite pleased with her. We might have to do her non-metallic now. I'm kind of fiddling on her shawl, so we probably have to do some non-metallic next. We'll do all her non-metallic and her cleavage. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. How are we doing? Put Glorfindel in the gallery. Nice. Nice one. Is that a complete squad of scythes? Look at Glorfindel. So good. Excuse me. Really nice. Nice one. Dang it, Chris. Now I've gone down a vintage lens rabbit hole. An old Pentax 50mm 1.4 mount might be the coolest option for my set. Yes. Yeah. Old 50mm. I have all the mounts, all the mount adapters for my Pentax lenses, for my old Pentax lenses onto Nikons. But then I also have really old 1960s Nikons with all the 1960s lenses as well. So, hello back. Hello Aspen. How are you doing? Hey Spiky, how are you, Spiky? Yeah, Spiky. I went and grabbed my Glorfindel because I hadn't looked at him for a while, and I kind of like him. So, yeah, at some point I will clean him up and do him better. Just needs a little bit of touch up. He's not bad. When I watched the stream yesterday, when you was talking about Sybilla, it sounded like you said Kingdom of Kevin, which is an interesting sounding movie option. Finish the red gems. Oh, Aspen, can you send a pic? Can I have a look, please? Finish the red gems. Amazing. Yeah, Kingdom of Kevin. No, this is so Sybilla. This was named. She was named Sybilla. Aspen named her, and she is named after, or named inspired by, Eva in Kingdom of Heaven. I can throw the little 40mm 2 in the bag for modern convenience. Nice. Yes. I'd probably. Have you got a wider? Have you got something like 20mm? Have you got a 22mm? They don't have white dots yet. Yeah, I understand that. But that'll go with all the gems as almost the final step. Yes. Sybilla is a fast food chain in Sweden. Sybilla is also the AI on the website for which has also made me laugh for Infinity. Where's the AI? Is it on the Corvus Belly website? Or is it in? Is it Infinity? Is it on an Infinity? There we go, Infinity. Agree and proceed. So yeah, the AI assistant on the Infinity website is it's called Sybilla, which is really cool. So yeah, I quite like that. That was quite a nice little kind of link as well. Got a vintage K-mount 28 2.8, but nothing modern outside the 2420 AI gross. Yeah. How are you, Spiky? How are you, Spiky? Do we think she's AI? I think I know what it is. I think that needs to be adjusted there like that. There we go. That's better. I was painting right on the edge of my desk. Saving me from talking to actual people when you're browsing your website. Tired and sore. Came home from work early because my knee leg is in a world of pain. Oh shit! No, dude, that's not good. That's not good. You've got ibuprofen, a compression ice wrap. The compression ice wrap will help loads, dude, and a footrest. So I'm doing better. Nice. Chatbots are the superior customer support option. Okay, so we need to. We need, ladies and gentlemen, some non-metallic mixers. Where's Tenebrous Grey gone? Where is Tenebrous Grey gone? Oh, I put it back. It's black. It's black. I hate having blind spots for paint colours. Really frustrating. It's really frustrating. And it's literally right in front of me. That's scary. Ice yellow. And then we also need some ivory. Ivory is the final highlight. Well, ivory will be the final highlight for this part of the non-metallic because it's not right up at the top. The final highlight up here was white. The final highlight down here is definitely not going to be white. It's just going to be ivory. So we've got Tenebrous Grey. Tenebrous Grey. There we go. That's that. Then we've got that. Then we've got that with a little bit of that. And we've got that with a lot of that. Oh my god. Fuck me. And then we need a bit of that. And then that for the final one. It's really good, Aspen. We can fire the people that way. Don't like to talk to customer support. What are you going to do for the rest of the evening, Spike? Are you chilling? Thank you. You're welcome. Yes. Oh my god. That picture's staying on my phone while I paint Aspen. Right, so non-metallic. We are going to sketch out exactly where all the highlights are, and then we're going to soften. So we're going to sketch out everything, and then we're going to do the transitions and the softening. That's how all this is going to work. So if you are interested and curious, that's how all this is work. Lurk, no worries. Hopefully, by the time you get back, Aspen, this metallic will be looking good. Do 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 do. There we go. So focused. Yay, Aspen's back. Welcome back, Aspen. I tried to get the non-metallic sketched in by the time you got back. I tried. Are you back with more Maltesers? Welcome back. Welcome back. My sister's coming later, and she's bringing cookies. I'm gonna have sister's cookies. Oh my god, cookies. I know. I might tease you with them later, Aspen. Be like, hey, look what I got. Yay! Nom cookies. I don't know what they're going to be. There might be like crunchy, Cadbury's crunchy cookies. So that'd be quite cool. Yeah, I'm not sure. Damn it, I need to find some cookies here so I won't be so bothered. I got cookies that multiply, and I'm losing control, and the power Aspen is supplying, it's electrifying. You better shape up, ooh, ooh. 'Cause I need a cookie, and I need it more than you. You better shape up, Aspen, 'cause I need a cookie. I just have a plate of nachos for lunch, but no cookies here either. Oh no, nobody's got cookies. It's just me with cookies. I win. I win. I am winning today. I know it's not a competition or anything, but if it were, I would be winning because I have sister's cookies. Caroline makes the best cookies as well. She made me, for my birthday, my sister made me salted caramel and white chocolate cookies. And then she made me cheesecake. Oh no, it was cinnamon and white chocolate cookies, and then cheesecake and salted caramel cookies. So there were salted caramel cookies with a bit of cheesecake in the middle. Oh my god. It was like so good. Right, hopefully you'll all see me painting non-metallic and understand how it all works, and then you can all go and paint non-metallic yourselves. Chris is a wiener. I'm a wiener. I'm a wiener with cookies. Just saying. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then you also need, this is the big thing for non-metallic, you need some bounce reflections. You need some bounce reflections for non-metallic, so these little bits here are really important. And painting boobs. faces we know. So yeah, now we've got to match this amount of shine to this bit here. What do you think so far, everybody? What do you think? Is she looking alright? I did check the 3D printer when I went and got more fuel, and it has 3 hours left. So as soon as that print is finished as well, I will make sure I post pictures of that as well, because that would be really cool. Beautiful, beautiful Aspen. Thank you, Aspen. Is anybody doing anything this evening? We got any plans this evening? Spiky resting, I'm sure. I'm gonna have cookies and maybe cut up a little bit of this stream so I can put it on Instagram. bounce reflection again. I'm getting a bit of a headache. I don't know what it is. Might have to have a rest. Where are my glasses? Let's just put my glasses on for a bit. See if they take a little bit of the strain away. There we go, everybody. Hello, everybody. She's getting there. Right, how's that? How is that? That looking better? I still need the bounce highlight under hearing. So all of that needs to be picked out like that, and then we can blend that up. There we go. Okay, we are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentle germs. Ladies and squirrels. I am going to have a break in a second though, because I am starting to get a headache, so I might go and get some dinner. If that's alright with everyone. I am using the same mix down here as I did up there.
As a demonstration of our power.
It's a demonstration of our power. Last 5 minutes then, and then we'll go and see somebody. We'll go and raid into someone.
Moron.
I think I have one in the truck.
Yeah, not bad. Just trying to push this contrast here before we finish. Everybody gonna have a good evening? Are we gonna have some fun this evening? Perps, I will put the 3D prints in Discord once they're done. Yeah, she's looking pretty good. She's looking alright, isn't she? Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop now. That's. I'm actually probably going to go for a quick walk before dinner. Try and clear this headache a little bit. And a bit of fresh air. Oh, thank you very much, everybody. You've been absolutely fantastic. See you, Aspen. Thanks very much, everybody. Yeah, there we go. She's not bad. She's looking all right. The non-metallic on her armor's looking okay. We'll probably have a little bit of glazing to do underneath here and get that transition a bit softer. But yeah, she's looking okay. Let's see who's around. Who shall we raid you all over to? No one. Come on, somebody's got to be on. Retired is on. Yeah, retired's on. Awesome. Right. Thanks, everybody. Retired 11. Have a good one, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. I'm going to go for a walk. Get some fresh air. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed me watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me paint her. She's gorgeous. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care. See you later.